I'm John Leonard. I'm a corporate lawyer at Fairfield and Woods here in Denver, Colorado. We have a series of videos on our website that are aimed at our business and corporate clients. Most of them involve some of my colleagues, partners, talk about different aspects of running a business. Today, we're with Phil DeVries from Sunflower Bank. He's going to be talking about trustees. And why this is important to you as a business owner especially is your estate plan needs to match your business plan, and how somebody is going to run your business and manage your assets if you become disabled or if and when you die. Knowing what a trust is and who your trustee is that's going to manage that trust. So Phil's already done one introductory video on corporate trustees. Be sure and watch that. But Phil, let's jump back in. We just were talking about the options of managing a trust yourself versus a friend versus a corporate trustee. Can you talk a little bit more about that and maybe some of the fees and pros and cons and that type of thing? So
sure. A person with financial acumen and that has, taken care of the bills, maybe not just at work, but at home as well. There can be two distinctly different beasts. And so being comfortable in that both of those arenas, that would make sense for having a self-trustee situation on your own. And by doing that, and not involving a corporate trustee where there's a published fee schedule, or there at least should be from that corporate trustee, you're talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of 1%, maybe less for a much bigger account size, but maybe a little more the smaller you get. And so you're saving that fee through your lifetime, which who knows, could be a long time, and that could be a significant savings. So,
and can you start with yourself and then move to a corporate trustee?
Yes, and that's a beauty of a revocable trust, is that will more than likely be covered in your document or discussed.
Okay,
and it'll talk about the succession of that trusteeship. So if you want to name yourself during your lifetime, if you want to name a spouse at your disability or your death, you continue to avoid that corporate circumstance. But when that trust becomes irrevocable, and if it's going to continue, in either case, it's going to have a tax return to file. So there will be then at some point a recurring fee for tax preparation that you have to consider. So that's another thing. So the disadvantage, though, of perhaps and the advantage of a corporate trustee is that all emotion is taken out of the decision-making process. Now, some could consider that a negative, where they want some emotional attachment, but a lot of times in a business environment, when you're making an objective decision that's best for both sets of beneficiaries, right? You have the surviving spouse, the widow, and then you have the family members that get the remainder when they're at the death of the spouse. So there can be some things that come into play there where having a corporate trustee, and the other thing too is if you name a family member as a corporate trustee, or excuse me, as a trustee, and they happen to make an honest mistake, and that could be very costly, how quickly or how motivated would a family member be to have to sue another family member to make that wrong right? So a lot of things to consider.
Well, that's great. And if people can call you and talk about when to appoint a corporate trustee, either before they visit with their lawyer or after, and you can guide them through the whole process. That's great.
On a complimentary basis without obligation.
That's great. Phil, thanks for coming in and talking about the pros and cons of using a corporate trustee. We've got a couple of more videos to do, and so please tune in. Thank you.